After removing the side pieces, which you can watch my lower unit video on how to do that, the next thing you do is remove these coil packs, and then you'll be able to access your injectors. And you just disconnect them up here, take out the whole bank, and make sure you number them. It's a number 8 socket that takes these coil packs off. I'm gonna cheat a little. And it looks like there's a little washer that gets stuck on here. There we go. Got it. Ooh, this one took a big old chunk out. Oh, we're good. So you get these washers and the little nuts out. Now I'm not sure if the factory zip tied these to this wiring harness or if somebody before me did that, but I'm just gonna take these off the spark plugs so that they'll be a little bit more out of the way. And now that your coil packs are out of the way, you should be able to, well, somebody has routed this through here. So now I have that to contend with. Thanks whoever worked on this before me. I was hoping I could pull this off as all one bank, but somebody has ran a gas line through here. So I was hoping I could just take all these bolts off, take all the injectors out as one bank, and then take them inside and number them. Make sure you number them. This looks like it's the higher side. Yeah. So it starts with the highest one, 1, 3, 5. The other side is 2, 4, 6. You have to number these. They have to go back in the right spot. And if you have to replace one, if it's not serviceable, then you actually have to reflash the software. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure all these bolts will break loose. And then I'm going to disconnect these connectors up here. And I'm going to swing these out. I was wanting to take them off as one bank, but I think I can just drop this injector off and get this gas line out. So here we go. So this bolt is a number 13. I don't know why the manufacturers love the number 13. I got a whole bunch of Ford trucks that are all number 13s. Now I'm just going to go ahead and loosen these just to make sure they all break free, because there's no sense in going any further if these are all stuck. So we're in luck. These all broke free pretty easily. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo these right here. Be ready. I've never done this before, but be ready just in case some fuel tries to come out. All right, that was incredibly easy. All right, so just a flat head, pull that little tab out. Maybe we'll have to pull it out a little further. Okay. All right, fuel lines are out. So it looks to me that Evinrude definitely anticipated having to take these out and clean them, because I'm home free. My gas lines are undone, all my bolts are broken free. I'm gonna go get some catch cups for these bolts, and it looks like these things are gonna come right out. Okay, I saved you guys the boredom of me taking all these bolts out. Looks like these, when you're putting them back in, I would definitely use a torque wrench. I'll look up and see what the torque spec is. But all the bolts are removed. I would imagine they're going to be stuck in here just a little bit. Probably going to take a little bit of motivation to get them to budge. Oh, let's go ahead and unclip them. Oop, that's not what that is. That's for something different. Okay, here we go. Wow, this is really easy. Evinrude definitely wants you to service these. I've changed injectors and other things before, and this is about the easiest I've ever. They're not even putting up a fight. Wow. They definitely. Ooh, look at this. One injector has left. A screen just came out, and there's still a piece of an injector still in one of these cylinders. Well, there's your problem. I believe this is my bad injector. Well, would you look at that, folks? The tip is stuck in the motor. That can't be good. So the tip on this lower one is stuck in there pretty good. But I'm gonna see if I can't stick my finger in there and push it out through the spark plug hole. Yeah, that doesn't look so burned. No, that's not possible. So I've tried putting a little PB blaster on it and maybe spray it from the inside with a little WD-40. And I've very delicately tried to clean out some of this corrosion with the pick, but to no avail. There's a little groove right here where I can put the end of my pick. But it's not coming out. I'm thinking I'm gonna need a new injector right here. The tip of the injector is stuck in the motor. So we're pretty much 1 week to the day since I sent these off to Ozzie at First Class Injector Service. Really a great guy. I did put the covers back on the motor. I didn't just leave the motor open, and I've had this beach umbrella over it because I did have my ports open for the injectors this whole time, and I just wanted to play it safe, so I put a piece of masking tape over the cylinder while they were away. And I also had this big old umbrella over it, and I also put the covers back on. So I just didn't want anything to get down into these cylinders while they were out for servicing. But sorry, I kind of cut this a little bit short when I was taking the injectors off. I ran into a little bit of the issue. My tip actually got stuck in this bottom injector hole right here, and was kind of a showstopper. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to clean out these holes as good as I can. There's still some corrosion in them, and try to get this nice and clean here, because Ozzie did an amazing job getting my injector straightened out. I did have them numbered, so there was a certain level of organization, but really and truly I feel like I sent the guy just a box of parts, and he worked some miracles for me. So I'm gonna get these little holes cleaned up and try to get these injectors back in. So I just got my injectors back from the professional servicer, first class injector service, and I reassembled them on their tubes with O-rings. These simply just slide right off, and there's little O-rings that you just have to grease to put them back together. I've got them numbered. This is number 5 injector, number 3 injector, number 1 injector. We're going to do this first. This is on the starboard side. You do have to number them, and then I've also cleaned my isolators. Oh no, that's let go of that one. This one's got to come in here like this, and then these, hold that right there with your other. There you go. Okay, now we'll put in our isolators. Insulators, isolators, what have you. It needs to go that way. Or will they sit right here? No, they'll have to go on the injector. Right up there, right up there. Hold that one back a little more for me. Thank you. All right, that one kind of went in. That one went in. All right, that one's starting to go in. These fuel lines are in the way. All right, the directions are very specific about putting the bottom bolt in first. And now they're very specific about doing the second one, the top one second. Oh, it bit, finally. All right, so I'm just gonna torque these down gently, and not really torque them down. I'm just gonna kind of get them started. Oh yeah, it's going in now. All right, that's as tight as I'm gonna go. Just kind of very gently until I get all my other bolts started. Now I'm hoping, since we've got these two lined up, the rest of them should go a lot smoother. Oh yeah, that one got started. So now it seems like these are all going in. It does seem like getting your first 2 bolts started, it can be very difficult. But the manual is very specific about doing your bottom bolt first and your very top bolt second. Alright, now it looks like it's using the power of the bolts to drive these injector tips back into the cylinder head. Yep. So I'm just going to very lightly with the ratchet and then as soon as I feel any resistance, I'm going to stop and use the torque wrench. This really seems like they're going in there like they should. All right, I think we're looking good so far. All right, now we're going to use the torque wrench. And the sequence is 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and then a final torque of 25. Have to use an extension. So whenever I'm doing something like this, I like to start at the top in the middle and work my way out. So we still haven't even hit 10 pounds yet. So I'm going to still do from the center. There's 10. There's 10, there's 10, 10, 10. Now I'm going to set it up to 15. Still not even getting 15 out of them, but just ever so slight of a turn. That way they're all getting torqued down at the same, still not even a, $15, $15. Still not feeling it. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. I'm just going to check them all. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Now the manual says between 22 and 25, so I'm just going to go a hair over 20. That feels pretty tight. And let's see how this does. Again, start in the middle, work your way out. That one's 20. Not quite there yet. 20 or 22. Nothing yet. All right. Nope. Yep. Yep. All right. So now I'm just going to check all of them. 22. 22. 22. 22, 22, 22. And that is the installation. All right, now we're going to reinstall the coil packs back onto the injectors. They just sit right here. Nice and pretty. Just like that. And a little 8mm screw with the washer holds them on. Just might have been dangling for a few days, so just make sure you haven't twisted them. All right, here's where that one goes. We'll put a little 8mm on him. And here's our last one. Happy going right there. Oh, don't forget to plug in your injectors before you get too far along. Some of these are a little, oh, you can get to this one from the back side. Definitely plug in your injectors. That's the whole reason we did this. You know what, I think it'll actually help me if that one's out of the way. There we go. We might have to move this little, yeah, there we go. That one's on. All right, good to go there. So now let's plug in this injector. Hopefully he's a little easier than the top one. Way easier. And now for our bottom injector, who is, why are you facing that way? Put him Alright, bottom injector connected. So now, put down these, put in these 8mm to hold your coil packs on. I think there's a torque spec for this, but this isn't as important because it's not like you're really seating something into something. But alright, so now just hook up your spark plugs back to their respective plug. And that, my friends, is how you reinstall injectors. Really important step, kind of the whole reason we're here. Don't forget to put your fuel lines back on. Ugh. Just stick those on, make sure they go all the way down, and then shove the tab in. All right. Yeah, that's about as tight as they can be. Yep. Yep. They're on. Good to go. All right, well, it started to rain now. Thankfully, I've got this beach umbrella set up, but now's the moment of truth. Cross your fingers. see any fuel squirting.